Thank you for the invitation. Today I would like to share my thoughts on a critical question. Are cross-border partnerships the way forward? Already my colleagues have said something about that. It is deeply inspiring to speak of the future of cross-border partnership here in Abu Dhabi, which is a global center of excellence and the model of 21st century innovation. In an ever-connected and globalized world, partnerships are rewarding yet complex endeavor, made even more challenging when they are amongst companies from different countries or even different continents. Nevertheless, in many cases, the outcomes are worth the efforts and the associated costs, both in the medium and in the long term. In the medium term, a solid international partnership can open up new markets, increase revenues and profits, and help a company affirm its brand globally with advantages that shift to other segments of its businesses. In the long term, establishing strong and durable partnership in different countries can lead to not only additional market shares, but also to new resources in terms of funding for R&D activities, access to high-skilled local workforce, access to innovative technology developed by local research centers, universities, and companies. In order to be effective, a partnership needs, first of all, a clear agreement on vision and goals. Secondly, well-defined and shared governance roles. And finally, most important, mutual trust. Coming to the first, one of the major first steps in successfully managing partnership is a clear agreement on vision and goals. Business deals can be negatively impacted or even fail if there are fundamental differences in the partners' respective industrial strategy, structure, and final objectives. In particular, the overall scope of partners' visions and goals could be different. The focus could be on new products or a specific program in one hand, or could have instead a long-term strategic dimension, resulting in the creation of the new business entity. Focusing on a new product or specific program, we have two concrete examples of successful, we, Finmeccanica, have two concrete examples of successful, well-balanced partnership. First, the transatlantic risk-sharing partnership between Boeing and the former Alenia Aermacchi, now Finmeccanica's Aerostructure division, for the 787 Dreamliner. A partnership that needed some course correction, but at the end of the day, turned out to be effective. Second example, the promising, just announced teaming of Raytheon and Finmeccanica for the US Air Force's Advanced Pilot Training Competition. Concerning the long-term strategic partnership, let me mention several examples. First of all, the well-known ATR Consortium, with the best-selling under 90-seat regional aircraft turboprop. Secondly, Finmeccanica's helicopter division, formerly Augusta Western, whose origins are rooted in the development of the EH-101, transforming into a Italy-UK joint venture and eventually evolving into one single company, now producing state-of-the-art helicopters worldwide. Third, the space alliance between Finmeccanica and Thales. And finally, the long-lasting partnership between Finmeccanica and Mubalada, perhaps I should say friendship, due to the deep and warm relation between the two companies that together are creating and innovating unmanned aerial system, the P1HH. Going back to the second requirement, the second need for a fruitful partnership, it is establishing well-defined and shared governance roles, especially crucial when factors such as different business environments and diverse legal and institutional frameworks can become deal breakers for potential partners when common ground cannot be found nor established. The third crucial element needed for a workable partnership is mutual trust. Despite any possible total differences that could in principle lead to mistrust and misunderstanding, comprehending diverse and often conflicting point of view and operational approaches which have deep and long-lasting cultural roots is not an easy task, but it is of paramount importance. On top of this consideration, and despite the potential difficulties I just mentioned, international partnerships in the world of airspace are still and will remain in the future the way forward for another reason. Due to the widespread dissemination of technology and professional skills worldwide, it is no longer profitable to simply export products and systems. Companies must instead create high-quality supply chain in the countries that they export to in order to localize production and win competition worldwide together. To do that, companies must be open to investing capital in target markets, including local small and medium-sized enterprises in the supply chain, hiring the local highly skilled workforce, and sharing know-how. In other words, setting up partnerships. Only in this way will be possible to jointly develop new technologies, compete in the international arena, and explore new markets. This is particularly true in aerospace, which is a highly technology and capital-intensive sector, characterized by long-term investment and significant long-standing programs. For such large, innovative, and ambitious projects, sharing amongst different partners the burden of huge investment, technological risk, and market uncertainties is a must, since there is no single company big enough to face these challenges by itself, now and particularly especially in the future. The Eurofighter Typhoon, Europe's largest military collaborative program, produced more than 100,000 jobs in 400 supplier companies. Similarly, the major UAV programs to date in place, the already mentioned P1HH, the Neuron, the May 2025, will foster the development of high technologies and will contribute to sustaining key competencies and skilled jobs in the countries being involved in. Not to mention the large European research program in the aviation segment, such as Clean Sky, to increase the environmental performances of the air transport, and CESAR, for the modernization of the European traffic management system. Space activities have been built on international partnership from the very beginning. And this still holds true for all major current space programs. The International Space Station represents one of the largest and most ambitious joint programs from technological and industrial perspective, involving tens of private companies from 15 different countries. And in the coming days, history will be made with the launch of the ExoMars 2016 spacecraft. The program is a joint project of the European Space Agency and the Russian Space Agency. The spacecraft was produced by Thales Alenia Space, a joint venture between Thales and Finmeccanica, while the multi-rod drill unit system, or the collection of subsurface samples, which will be part of the 2018 mission, was designed and manufactured by Finmeccanic's Airborne and Space System Division. Building cross-border partnership is imperative for companies, but they cannot do it alone. The strong and resolved commitment of governments and institutions is important. In view of the fact that building cross-border industrial partnership, besides enhancing competitiveness and contributing to economic growth, can provide another significant result. It can become a powerful tool to foster and improve relationships amongst different countries, and can enhance the degree of integration amongst different people at any level, particularly in the highly strategic sector, such as aerospace, defense, and security. Solid partnership can help improve and enhance the friendship between different countries, not only providing a significant contribution to economy, but also, and above all, enhancing citizens' safety, security, and wealth. In conclusion, cross-border partnerships are and will remain the future way forward. Thank you very much.